everybody, this is X from YIJING House, and today I'll be sharing with you
for your main door feng shui, what is actually bad for you. So firstly, we need to understand the Bagua map, or at least the directions.
As you can see, there are actually 8 directions: north, south, east, west, southeast, southwest, northeast, and northwest.
So for the position of your main door, it is very important. Okay, uh, firstly, how do you determine where is your main door? Which sector is it? Which quad is it? Okay, so you need to first find the center of your house. Okay, like in this diagram, stand in the center of the house. Okay, either you use the method by measuring the number of steps or tiles. Okay, or you can use a measuring tape. Okay, or you can look at the floor plan and okay, determine where's the center of the house. Go to the center of your house and use a compass. Okay, preferably you should use a normal compass, okay, and not the phone compass. But if you don't have, then okay, you make do with what you have. And after that, you will be able to okay determine okay where is the where is your door located. Okay, so in this example here, you can see the door okay is actually at the circuit area is actually in the northeast sector. So now you are able to establish that your door is in the northeast, okay, in this example per se. Next, we will go through things that are outside your main door that are harmful, okay, harmful to your house feng shui. Firstly, pointed objects. If you have pointed objects pointing, okay, to your main door, that is definitely, okay, a big boo-boo, is no good. If the outside of your main door, okay, is super messy, a clutter of many things, rubbish per se, okay, this is also okay not good for feng shui. I think some of you may have heard this before. Messiness, okay, clutters are definitely not good for feng shui, whether it's exterior or interior of your house. So if you see that, this is definitely no good. Unfortunately, in Singapore, in some of the HDB corridors, the things that not belong to you, it belongs to your neighbor, right? So yes, sad to say that is no good for your house feng shui. Weird stones, okay, I don't think we see here very often in Singapore, or at least in Singapore HDB, no. But for landed places or other countries, there are such scenarios where people have weird stones, boulder formation, and things like that. Okay, uh, if it looks weird, okay, then it is bad. If it's placed nicely, okay, then it will not matter. Dead things, okay, obviously, dead things are not only not good for feng shui, also not good for health, not good for many aspects. Okay, so if you see dead things outside your house, please get rid of them. Outside your main door, please get rid of them. Okay, if your neighbor happen to hang dead flowers, okay, and it's just outside, it's facing your main door, then I'm sorry, that is going to harm your feng shui for sure. Okay, so these are the more generic ones that would definitely be harmful to your house feng shui. Next, go to okay the different sectors, the different gua and the different directions. Okay, so first we will use qian gua and dui gua. Okay, because both of them belong to metal element. Okay, so what are the things outside okay door that will harm your feng shui? Okay, if your main door is at the northwest or west sector, this is not so common, but you still see it here and there, especially in Singapore. Okay, praying, a mini altar, okay, outside, okay, the corridor facing your main door, okay, this is definitely no good. If you are staying in a landed property, okay, houses like this, Okay, if you have a lamp, okay, you can see that, right? The lamp in the middle, okay, that is also not good for you. Remember, now I'm talking only about northwest and west. That means when your main door is at these two sectors, okay, not all the main door. Next, this is quite common as well, especially nowadays, getting more and more common. CCTV. Okay, if there's a CCTV facing your main door, okay, this is no good. And for Chinese New Year, a lot, not a lot. Okay, some people like to hang this red cloth over the door, and if this is your neighbor door facing your main door, it is definitely no good. Okay, but if it's just hang up, if it's just hung for Chinese New Year purpose, normally they keep it after the Chinese New Year, so it's not too bad. But there are also people who hang all year round. Okay, then it will definitely be not good for you, your house feng shui. Lastly, a red mat. Okay, if there's a red mat, okay, outside your main door, okay, then that is not good for your house feng shui. I say again, this is in the scenario where your door is in the northwest and west sector. Okay, so that are the worst case scenario. Now let's talk about those bad scenario. Okay, so tier two. Okay, if you have aquariums, okay, fish tanks facing your main door. Okay, we are still on northwest and west. Okay, this is definitely no good. Water fountain, there aren't many, okay, but you still get to see them occasionally, okay, and if it's facing your front door, your main door, it is okay, no good. It is bad for sure. Or even as simple as a black mat, black carpet. Now we move on to the south sector. So if your main door falls in the south sector, okay, these are the things that you want to avoid. Similarly, okay, uh, fish tank, aquariums, okay, water fountains, and also black mat. Okay, this is the worst case scenario for south main door. Okay, and tier two, the bad ones, okay, a yellow mat, okay, or even yellow flowers. Okay, of course, sunflower will be uh, the worst, but other yellow flowers will not do good as well. Next, let's move on to, okay, east and southeast sector. Okay, if your main door resides in the east or southeast, if you see this, okay, I'm a free thinker. Let me put forth a disclaimer first. I'm a free thinker. I have no ill intentions against any religion. Remember earlier we had the author, the Chinese one. Now, the Chinese religion, Taoism, Buddhism. Okay, then now we have the Christianity one. So if there is a cross facing your main door, and your main door happen to be in the east and the southeast, it is bad for your house feng shui. Okay, next we have this elephants. Okay, some people like to put elephants in front of their door, and if it happens to face your front door, okay, then it is no good for your house feng shui. Lastly, okay, this looks a bit black, right? No, actually this is okay. I did not get, I should have gotten a better picture. This is actually gray. Okay, and gray mats are very common. So if there's a gray mat outside a main door, okay, this is no good. Okay, and the tier two, the bad ones. Okay, now, okay, it is the Chinese praying mini otter. Okay, the lamp in front of the house, CCTV, the red banner, red cloth, or even a red mat. Okay, so these are also not good for your house feng shui if your main door resides in the east and southeast sector. Next, we move on to the north sector. Okay, a yellow mat. Or, remember this, yellow flowers, sunflowers. This is very bad for, okay, north sector. Actually, remember earlier at the start of the video, I mentioned about boulder formation stones. Okay, even if they are nice, but they happen to reside, okay, they happen to face your main door. When your main door is in the north sector, then that is no good as well. That is very bad and normally cause health problems. The tier 2, okay, these are very common in Singapore, especially the HDB corridors. We have a lot of plant lovers, and if you have plants facing green plants, facing your main door, and your main door happen to be in the north, this is very bad for you. Bird cages with birds lah, basically. Okay, this is no good for you as well. Bicycles, okay, whether it's electric, whether it's normal, okay, yes, they're all no good. And lastly, okay, if this happen to be outside your main door, okay, and your door is in the north, green and blue mats are a no-no, okay. And lastly, we come to northeast and southwest. That means if your main door is in the northeast or southwest, 艮卦 or 坤卦. Similarly, plants are the worst for these two sectors. Okay, bird cages, bicycles, and lastly, green or blue mat. And those are the worst ones, remember, the bad ones. Okay, okay, the cross. Okay, okay, the elephants. Regardless of the color of that elephants, if it's white, if it's blue, if it's green, if it's red, whatever. Of course, the white ones will be the white ones, and the blue-green ones are the worst. And lastly, the gray format will be bad for your house feng shui. Okay, so this concludes, okay, this video on, okay, your main door feng shui and what items out there when facing outside your main door or facing your main door is bad for your house feng shui. Stay tuned for part 2 where I will offer some simple remedies if you encounter such situations.
If you have liked the video and content that I've shared with you, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
Know your fate, master your destiny.